the former special assistant to President Trump, Marc Lotter. Marc, very good to have you. What do you make of this?
I think it just furthers our proof and our evidence that we know, and which is the intelligence community has recognized for a long period of time, that the Russians attempted to infiltrate and affect our election. It's important to note they did not change any votes, as the Deputy Attorney General reiterated, but the influence campaign is something that is very serious. It's something the President has mentioned to Vladimir Putin already, and he said in London today that it's something he definitely is going to bring up again when he meets with him next week.
And to your point, we should stress no Americans are being brought up in this investigation or seem to be involved in this particular eavesdropping on Democratic sources, DNC and others. Nor, to your point, did this, according to Mr. Rosenstein, affect the 2016 election outcome. But also, to your point, this is something that will inevitably come up at the Putin meeting, that there was clear interference on their part, or attempt to interfere. Very big difference between outright collusion, certainly with the Trump campaign. But it is going to change that meeting, will it not?
Well, I think at a certain level, they both are going to go into that meeting knowing what they both know. Vladimir Putin knows they did this, and he's not going to admit to it. The president knows that the Russians did this, and he knows that Vladimir Putin is not going to admit to it, as he also said today in London. So it's going to be a very frank discussion. I can assure you the president is definitely going to send a very strong message to the Russians to stop engaging in these kinds of activities. And what's important to remember is that all of the sanctions that have been in place because of their previous actions still remain in place. So the president's going to continue that very tough line. He's very much going to work with the president of Russia to say this cannot continue to happen and we are not going to tolerate it.
You know, Marc, I am curious. So apparently a lot of these officers involved and the 12 Russians cited, again, we don't know individually who they are, were secretly monitoring the computer activity of dozens of these employees. We can only assume dozens of Democratic workers and volunteers, which will raise a question about how they were able to do this in the first place. Again, not affecting the election outcome, to your point, and obviously to Rod Rosenstein's point, but clearly trying to. What do you make of just that aspect?
It's very concerning, and it's something that, and we deal with this in the corporate world, but also in the government world and the political world. You know that you have to be very cognizant of what you are clicking on, what links, or how that systems can be compromised. And that is it's very concerning. It's something you have to be very diligent about. And I thought also a very good point that the Deputy Attorney General made was that the Americans who were communicating did not realize they were communicating with Russians. And so this was very done under the radar. No one knew what was actually going on. And you just have to be cognizant of it. But at the end of the day, we've got to make sure that we've hardened our systems, make sure that we protect that technology, and also send a very strong message to Russia that we know what they're doing and what they're attempting to do, and that we are prepared to stop it.
Marc, thank you very, very much.